Since the United States launched large-scale military strikes against Iran on February 28th, events have unfolded rapidly. The campaign designated Operation Epic Fury was aimed at key Iranian nuclear facilities, military infrastructure, and elements of the country's leadership structure, with the objective of neutralizing what Washington described as major security threats. According to the United States Central Command, American forces, operating in close coordination with Israel, have struck more than 3,000 targets across Iran during the first week of the campaign. The targets reportedly included missile bases, air defense systems, drone facilities, and command and control infrastructure. The strikes caused substantial casualties and damage to military installations. Among the most consequential developments was the death of Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader, marking a dramatic escalation in the conflict and introducing significant uncertainty regarding the country's political and military leadership. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes what key Iranian assets has U.S. military destroyed till now. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Footage circulating online appears to show a vessel belonging to the Iranian naval forces exploding off the coast of Bandar Lenge in the Persian Gulf following a strike attributed to the United States. The ship is believed to be a SHAHID SOLEIMANI-CLASS corvette, a class of missile corvettes operated by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy. The SHAHID SOLEIMANI-CLASS represents one of the newer and more advanced additions to Iran's naval inventory. Designed for high-speed operations, these vessels are equipped with a range of weapon systems, including cruise missiles, anti-ship missiles, and air defense systems. Their configuration allows them to conduct fast strike missions, maritime patrols, and coastal defense operations. A distinctive feature of the class is its catamaran-style hull design, which enhances stability and speed while operating in littoral waters. This design is particularly suited for operations in strategically significant maritime zones, such as the Strait of Hormuz, a critical choke point through which a substantial portion of the world's oil shipments transit. The reported explosion follows another recent incident involving a vessel from the same class. An F-35I Adir is reported to have achieved its first aerial victory against a manned aircraft after an Israeli Air Force jet shot down an Iranian Yak-130 during an engagement over Tehran. An unverified video circulating on social media allegedly shows the damaged Yak-130 descending toward a mountainous area north of Tehran. The footage appears to capture two possible pilot ejections before the aircraft impacts the ground. However, the authenticity of the clip and the circumstances surrounding the incident have not been independently confirmed. The particular Yak-130 aircraft was thought to be flying a counter-drone mission when it was downed. The introduction of the Yak-130 into the Islamic Republic of Iran Air Force represents a notable development in Tehran's efforts to modernize an air fleet that has long relied on aging platforms acquired during the 1970s and 1980s. Developed by Yakovlev Design Bureau, the Yak-130 is a modern advanced jet trainer capable of simulating the flight characteristics of fourth and fifth generation fighter aircraft. In addition to its training role, the platform can be configured for light combat missions, including close air support and reconnaissance. Iran received its first Yak-130 aircraft from Russia in 2023, marking the first acquisition of a new fixed-wing, combat-capable aircraft by the IRIAF in decades. The aircraft are reportedly stationed at SHAHID BAGHERI Air Base, located in Isfahan, where they are primarily used for advanced pilot training and for preparing Iranian aviators to operate more modern fighter aircraft in the future. Dramatic footage emerging from the Middle East appears to show the United States destroying what may have been potentially the final operational example of the Boeing 747-100 still in service anywhere in the world. The aircraft was a rare aerial refueling platform operated by the Islamic Republic of Iran Air Force. It had been converted from a Boeing 747-131, originally delivered during the early 1970s. Over time, the aircraft was modified to serve as a tanker, providing aerial refueling support for Iran's combat aircraft fleet. According to aviation database planespotters.net, the Iranian Air Force was the final known operator of the 747-100 variant. The specific aircraft involved, manufacturer serial number, MSN 20082, was approximately 55 years old and carried the registration 5-8107. The aircraft's history reflects a complex service life spanning several decades. It was originally ordered by Eastern Airlines, although the carrier ultimately did not take delivery of the jet. Instead, the aircraft was delivered to Trans World Airlines in 1971, where it operated briefly before being returned to Boeing in 1975. Following its return, Boeing converted the aircraft into an aerial refueling tanker for the Imperial Iranian Air Force, which later became the modern Iranian Air Force after the 1979 revolution. The platform subsequently served for decades as part of Iran's limited aerial refueling capability, supporting fighter aircraft and extending their operational range. The destruction of this aircraft would mark the end of operational service for the original 747-100 series. A United States Navy attack submarine has sunk the Iranian warship DENA in the Indian Ocean, marking a highly significant naval engagement. The incident represents the first confirmed instance of an American submarine destroying an enemy surface warship since World War II. During a briefing, Dan Kane stated that the strike was carried out by an unidentified fast attack submarine. According to the briefing, the submarine launched a single Mark 48 torpedo, which struck the Iranian vessel and caused it to sink. As per some reports, a Los Angeles-class submarine carried out this attack. At the time of the attack, DENA was returning from Visakhapatnam, where it had participated in naval exercises and related ceremonial events. Following the conclusion of the drills, the warship departed the Indian port and began its voyage back to Iran. The vessel sailed westward across the Bay of Bengal before entering the wider Indian Ocean, likely following one of the established maritime routes commonly used by ships traveling between South Asia and the Middle East. While operating in the Indian Ocean, the vessel reportedly reached waters south of Sri Lanka, near Galle. On March 4th, the ship was intercepted by the U.S. Navy submarine and struck by a torpedo. The impact caused catastrophic damage, and the vessel reportedly sank within minutes. DENA was among the newest surface combatants in the fleet of the Islamic Republic of Iran Navy. Commissioned in 2021, the indigenous warship belonged to the Moj-class frigate, a series of ships developed from the earlier Alban-class frigate. DENA was estimated to displace approximately 1,500 tons and measured roughly 94 meters in length. The United States Central Command released video footage on March 5th, showing strikes against the Iranian drone carrier SHAHID BAGHERI in the Persian Gulf. The footage depicts the vessel sustaining two separate impacts, one amidships on the port side and another near the port quarter, with visible fires burning on board following the strikes. The approximately 40,000-ton SHAHID BAGHERI represents the most significant naval aviation platform currently fielded by Iran. The vessel was originally constructed as a commercial container ship named Pererin. Between 2022 and 2024, it underwent an extensive conversion to transform it into a dedicated unmanned aerial vehicle carrier. The redesign included the installation of a large flight deck measuring roughly 180 meters in length, along with a ski jump ramp that enables the launch of drones and helicopters from the ship. While this configuration shares certain design characteristics with light aircraft carriers, the vessel is primarily optimized for operating unmanned systems rather than conventional fixed-wing fighter aircraft. In addition to its aviation facilities, the SHAHID BAGHERI is equipped with several defensive and offensive systems intended to enhance its survivability and combat capability. Its reported armament includes anti-ship cruise missiles, surface-to-air missile systems, and a 30mm automatic cannon, allowing the vessel to provide its own defensive cover and potentially participate in surface engagements. According to United States Central Command, the vessel had been operating as a mothership in the Gulf, serving as a floating launch platform for both unmanned aerial vehicles and ballistic missiles. This operational role reportedly made the ship a high-priority target as regional tensions escalated.